So last year, my elderly mother needed to go into aged care, and it happened pretty quickly. I can imagine that's the way it's always going to happen. I doubt that it's ever going to be a case that it's pretty slow and gradual that these sorts of things arise. But at the time, I was trying to run a small business. I was living about an hour and a half away from the area she was in, and it occurred to me that it needed to happen really quite quickly. Otherwise, there was a chance that she could get caught up in, the public hospital system, which I didn't want to do. Now, it just so happened that a friend of mine had the same experience previously, and she managed to find Danielle from DR Care Solutions. She recommended Danielle to me, and I looked into it just because I thought any help I can get would be good. But I really can't imagine going through all of that without getting Danielle involved. The layers, the levels, the things that I weren't aware of, the stress and the emotional toll that it takes on you, trying to find the right way to go about it. I would have been in big trouble without Danielle. First of all, there's the timing. It needs to get done pretty quickly, and aged care is full at the moment. Trying to find a place within a suitable area, a region that you're comfortable with, that your elderly parent or loved one is comfortable with, and then trying to find space available. The waiting list is huge. And then, of course, you want to go and see a few. So, Danielle was amazing with all of this. So she took me and we toured a number of facilities across the areas that my mum was comfortable going to, different styles, different services, different facilities that they had, respite options in case she needed to go for a short stay while she was waiting to try and avoid that public hospital system that I mentioned. We toured a few different places and we found one that was just right. But of course, there was a big, long waiting list to get in there. But Danielle had contacts within the industry, within the community, within the actual facility itself, and managed to get mum in a lot quicker than I thought was ever going to be possible. And to be honest, probably jumped the queue a little bit for some other people who were also on the waiting list. But it's not just that, it's also the help that she gave me around the financials, things like RADs, splitting a RAD and payment and pensions, the daily rates that you need to pay, the accommodation rates versus the care rates, the caps on those, and doing a means test. She's connected with a bunch of different people. We can help you with that as well. Aged care solutions. Of course, we had to sell my mum's flat. Danielle put me on to some great people, some property advocates who did that for me as well. The bottom line was it was still very difficult with Danielle's help, but the level of stress and the extra time it would have taken to get mum into care had I not had Danielle by my side in our corner, and I mean literally around the clock, 7 days a week, keeping us up to date with everything, asking where my mum was at, what was going on with her. When we finally got in, it was to the place that my mum wanted to go to, that I wanted her to go to, in a room that she wanted to be in a wonderful facility, in an area that she wanted to be in a financial sort of bracket that she was able to afford. And I felt like I was sherped up that mountain the entire way by Danielle, and I couldn't recommend her highly enough. And I hope I never have to go through that again. But I feel so much more confident, and I would always engage her services, should I have to go down that path again. Hopefully I never will. But thank you, Danielle. I really appreciate your services and the follow-up that you've done. It's been months since mum's been into care, and once a month I get an email, making sure everything's okay. So I'm very grateful and would recommend DR Care Services.